Were you really expecting any of these couples to go the distance? Were you really expecting any of these couples to be together forever, ever from a 3-week show, you guys? Are you serious right now? Please tell me that you're not. Please tell me you're not. This is Anonymous T. And let's get it crack-a-lackin'. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous T. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous T Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous T Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality T. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are talking Love Island Games postseason, but we're talking about the relationship statuses or lack thereof from these people who just met on a show that lasted for a couple of weeks here. As you guys know, I told you guys in a previous video the other day that KK and Chris are no more. It sounds like it was over basically after the interviews wrapped, and perhaps it even wrapped when he was at the Fiji airport because he got up out there quick, fast, in a hurry. He didn't even want to stick around in Fiji to stay till the end, like most of the rest of the cast, right? At least Charlie had a built-in excuse. He had a death in the family, so he left, whenever he got eliminated. But Chris, could not fake it, could not show any interest, and he only showed interest in KK when they won something. No. But now, you guys, we have tea on Lucinda and Isaiah, as well as Tyrique and Justine, because as you all know, Garby and Kendall are no more. Kendall is off and away with Casey somewhere, and, Garby basically let it be known in the Blavity interview that it's not it. Like we're just going to be friends. They're blaming, quote-unquote, the distance, but it was never going to work anyways. So, and then, of course, Andrea dumped Josh on After Sun, so that was never going to go anywhere, right? Next, we got to go to Isaiah and Lucinda. Lucinda has left Los Angeles and is heading back to the UK, or she might already be back in the UK or whatever else. However, she likes to talk to Snapchat in her stories. She talked about the night before she left, that she didn't spend time with Isaiah. Isaiah was out with the guys, and, they had alleged in the interview that perhaps they might get reunited for Halloween or sometime shortly after that. But basically, Isaiah hit Lucinda with the, I'm gonna be a little bit busy right now. I'm going to be very busy right now, which explains why Lucinda spent time with Mert and allegedly read his letters, his love letters to her, right? Where they went to, I believe they went to the Santa Monica Pier and stuff, and was hugging, and she had flowers and all this other stuff. And that explains everything. That explains everything. Nobody thought for real that Lucinda and Zay were going to go the distance. Like, let's keep it a buck here. She lives in the UK. This is her third Love Island show. It was never going the distance. I'm just wondering why Zay just didn't keep the money for himself. I just really want to know. But Lucinda got up out of there quick, fast, in a hurry. She claims that she's in Los Angeles a lot, so we'll see what materializes of that, but it's giving you and Zay are bones. Another thing that is giving some indication that Justine and Tyrique are bones. Tyrique had said in the Blavity interview, he was like, oh, I'm going to take Justine out on a couple of dates. She wants to spend time with her family now, da-da-da-da-da. Well, last night, Justine was with the girls because it was Sydney's birthday, who is Isaiah's ex. Now, the men came later. By the men, I mean, I saw Toby, Tyrique, Isaiah, and some other people that showed up to the birthday event. I think Carrington was there too, and probably Ray. So, Tyrique, though, prior to that, there was a event that it was basketball and some other type of brand stuff going on. And the highlight of the event was Justin Bieber was going to be there, right? So nonetheless, some of the Islanders got video of Justin Bieber, like Ray, like Johnny, and everything else, and like Mert. Tyrique is on his Twitch stream for like a couple of hours, y'all. And when I came into the stream, I first saw Tyrique trying to play wingman for Mert and helping Mert out with his situation, helping Mert get some phone numbers from the ladies. But then, y'all, I saw Tyrique getting numbers from the ladies for himself. And I was like, I don't think him and Justine are really trying to pursue anything like that. I think this might just be a friendship situation. I don't think that this is something to take seriously or whatever else. And so the chat starts calling Tyrique out, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you up here getting all these girls' numbers? Why are you up here, trying to, I thought you and Justine were a thing. Do you see how good Justine looks tonight at Sydney's birthday? Like all of that. So then Tyrique gets mad at the chat and he's like, well, I'm single and I could do whatever I want. And when I have a girlfriend, like with my ex-girlfriend, who is Ella, by the way, who has a new boyfriend that she lives with that's a football player, and I believe right now they're in Greece, right, for another vacation. Anyways, he said, when I had a girl, I was loyal to her. But he said, basically, I'm not going to be loyal to anybody right now until I get married. Until I get married, that's the next time I'm going to be loyal. So I hope y'all delete that Twitter community that is shipping Justine and Tyrique. I hope y'all shut it down. And Tyrique told y'all in the Blavity interview he wants to do more reality TV. And he specifically said he wants to do more Love Island. And he said he has at least one more Love Island season in him. And either wants to do Love Island All-Stars or wants to do Love Island USA Season 8. He said that this was too short of a run for him, but it made him realize how much he missed reality TV, that's his wheelhouse. So somebody that is already talking about wanting to go back on Love Island so soon, and not Love Island Games, but Love Island, like the actual traditional version of the show that is quote-unquote looking for love, should have told you right then and there what time it was. That him and Justine were just friends, that might have been attracted to each other, that might have, been together for the greater good and all of this, but it was nothing to take serious in a romantic level. It was nothing to be invested in anything beyond. And that's the whole thing of it all. Also, Tyrique and Toby have been very interestingly funny on Snapchats, but some of the fans are doing too much and are saying too much, and it's inappropriate. Now, then I think Tyrique has gotten wind that some of y'all were shipping Garby with Toby, and I'm here to tell y'all that's a no-go. Toby has a specific type, and it's usually blonde women, but nonetheless, y'all keep going, right? Tyrique is going on and on about how he loves American women and how he has it so easy here. He doesn't have to pretend to be something that he's not, and he can just get girls and get numbers, and he talks about how the girls love his accent and everything else, and he feels like he's a celebrity here in the United States compared to the UK, where he has to be prim and proper and all of this and all of that. I think Tyrique and Toby still, I don't know if they're going to be leaving yet for the UK. I think they might be staying another few days or potentially through this weekend. But it's just interesting, how people are treated when they go to different places. Johnny seemed to be busy networking last night, so there wasn't too much on him. Josh is still around, still hanging around Zay. He's really still pressed about losing the money. He was on, I believe, Isaiah's Snapchat talking about this is my second time on the show where I missed making it to the end, and I feel like I'm being cursed, and I was just right there. And I'm like, dude, Josh, like you could have been there had you got your social game together, had you got your strategy together. Being in an alliance with Kendall and Chris was a no-go. was a no-go. That was the wrong alliance. You and Johnny should have came up with something. Or it should have been you, Johnny, Tyrique, and Toby, but you were already pressed and vexed by Tyrique on the first episode. You thought of this all wrong. You thought your strength was going to be enough to win the show. And that's not how the show works. It's heavy on social game. Heavy on social game. So, nonetheless, I think that's it. I love seeing Garby. She got her hair done, and she is loving America. Andrea is like her unofficial tour guide of all things American as far as different places to eat, different places to shop, and everything else. So, it's kind of been really fun to watch them interact and everything else. But I think that's it, and that's all for now for the latest on the Love Island Games Season 2 cast. Again, I can't stress enough that I enjoy that they are getting along and there's no bitterness really. They all have jokes. They don't care about the online hate and nobody's going to tell them what to do on who they should be friends with or who they shouldn't be friends with. And that's what I like to see. Like, y'all had a shared experience. Yes, there was drama. However, y'all are going to get along for the greater good. So there's that. That's it. That's all. That's Todos. That's Final. It's finito. It's the end of the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post a content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.